Welcome or welcome back. My name is Joanne and today I'm going to be sharing my 2025 project pan with you guys. So this year I decided to bring all my products in at once, see how that goes. Maybe I'll like this style better than just like a rolling project pan. But every year the products I bring in are going to be less and less because I'm kind of good about not having too many concealers and foundations. Right now I brought a couple in just because I want to use them up. I mean, that's already my goal, so I might as well just share it with you guys. But probably from 2026 on, I don't plan on bringing any of that stuff in. Unless if I accumulate more, that might happen. But for now, that's the plan. And my hair is a mess and I'm so sorry. But I do have all my products out right now, so let me just get into it. I'm sorry if the lighting goes in and out. It's just one of those days. My first product is a sample of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which I have decanted into this little Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm powder sample that I had. And I did just decant this, so this is how much it comes in the sample. I don't want to spill it over. Can you even see? I mean, there's quite a bit of primer in there. I'm hoping to have this done within the first month. We'll see if that happens. And my goal is to use it up. Next is another primer, and it's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, the dupe for the Milk Makeup one. And this is where I can bend it down to. So that's where I marked it. And again, my goal for this one is also to use it up. So I'm probably going to focus on the Milk Makeup one first and then go into this e.l.f. one. My next product is another primer. It's not a face primer though. It's this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer. I need to find something to put this in, but hopefully I can use it up quickly. We'll see if I like it. I want to try it. I have a sample of it. Might as well just try to use it up and try it out. If I very much dislike it, I will declutter it. I'm not opposed to decluttering things that I don't like. So I'm actually really excited to try this. I've heard bad things about it as an eyeshadow primer. I feel like most people use this as an under eye primer, but we'll see how I like it. And these line markings are all estimates. Okay, I'm so sorry about this line right here. Most of these all of these lines are estimates. They could be very off. My next product is the Huda Beauty corrector in the shade Peach. This is where I am right now. I have this and in Cherry Blossom. I prefer the peach one. I do have it on my under eyes right now underneath my concealer, but I prefer this one. So I'm like, I might as well just try to use this one up before the Cherry Blossom one since I prefer this shade, so I can make sure to use this. Ew, why is it leaking? Yeah, my goal for this one is also to use it up. I do have two concealers to use up. The first one is this little mini Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer. Ignore this line right here because this is where I'm at now. I don't have a ton left, but you will only need the tiniest bit of this. But because this is a mini, I feel like it's gonna go pretty quickly. Kind of looks like there's a little less than that after using it today. And you can see like a tiny little bit of windowing. At least I hope you can see that. I'm like trying to stay out of that line of light because it is blinding. So I'm hoping to finish this very early on in the year as well, so I can start working on my other concealer. I also do have a full size of this as a backup waiting to be used. That sounds so stupid. Like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just wait until you use up all of your concealers to go buy a full size of this? That makes more sense in my brain. And the second concealer that I would like to use up is this Huda Beauty concealer in the shade Coconut Flakes 2.7N. And this is where I'm at. This was my favorite concealer before I found the Hourglass one. This is really nice. It's a little more lightweight than the Hourglass one. The Hourglass is very thick, but this still has very nice coverage. But again, the Hourglass one has just beamed this out just the tiniest bit more. So this is where I'm at now. I have a lot left. Hopefully this won't take too long because again, I have that Hourglass one just sitting in my collection. Like, Joanne, what are you doing? What are you doing? I have two powders as well. I have my Givenchy loose setting powder, the Prisma Libre powder It's upside down now. In the shade 3 Vol Rosé. This is the older formula. And I decided to mark every little chamber because it seems like they all have different amounts left. So that's where I'm at with this powder. I only use this on my under eyes. I do really like it under my eyes. It's very light, but it sets really nicely. It like blurs everything, and I prefer a lighter powder under my eyes. Otherwise, it can look heavy very easily. So this one, again, is to use it up. Most of these goals are going to be to use it up, but I do have a couple of hit pan goals. My next powder is my Nakia Joy Cosmetics Loose Velvet Finishing Powder. And this is where I'm at. Ignore the brown line. I'm at the black line. You can probably see that. And again, my goal for this is to use it up. It's not my favorite. I prefer an even more mattifying powder. I just find that this doesn't really keep me matte. Again, that could be partially because of the setting spray I'm using. I like the scent of this. I have the scented version. She has scented, which smells like vanilla, and then she has unscented. So yeah, I'm excited to use this up. It kind of reminds me of the Huda Beauty powder a little bit. So if you like that one, you might like this one. I just prefer something a little more heavy duty. This one, again, is to use up. The next product is a rollover from last year, and that is my Rare Beauty bronzer stick in the shade Happy Soul. So this is where I'm at with it. It doesn't look like I have a ton left, but I know this is going to take a long time to use up. I do want to try underpainting to see if I like that, and it'll help me use up cream products a little quicker. Yeah, and then I do already have a marking, but you don't really need to see that right now. I feel like I just showed you how much is left. So this is, again, to finish, and this is probably going to take quite a few months to use up. My next product is another cream product, and that is my Persona Blush Multi-Stick in the shade Teddy. I love the shade so much. I do not have it on today, actually. I do have my bronzer stick on today underneath everything else. This is how much I have left of this, and I do keep the little plastic thing. I have a lot of this left. This is gonna take a long time to use it up if I remember to use it, because I forgot today. Yep, I totally forgot to use this today, but hopefully I can use this up. That's my goal for this, to use it up in 2025. We'll see if that's achievable. Next, let's talk about my bronzer and my blush because they come from the same palette. This is the Tarte Precious Gems Amazonian Clay Cheek Palette. This came out for holiday, not this year, but I think last year. Was it 2023? Or did I get this in 2023? Was it 2022 holiday? I don't remember. It was either 2022 or 2023 holiday, but I brought this in because I've never used it before using it recently. This is what's on my cheeks today, like my bronzer and my blush, and I love them actually. So the bronzer is Park Avenue Princess. As you can see, I've been using the two shades, but my bronzer is Park Avenue Princess. I will be taking pictures of these products. I am determined that 2025 is going to be a better, more organized panning year for me. So Park Avenue Princess, I would like to at least hit pan. If I hit pan early enough in the year, I might try to use it up. I do really like this bronzer, actually. It's a nice tone. It almost has a little more pink undertones to it. I really enjoy this. And then the blush is, of course, the one next to it. I feel like at least I can see like brush strokes in it. I don't know. I've used these a handful of times. So this is the shade Luxe, and it's just a nice everyday pinky shade. It's really pretty. And they last all day. Like, they actually last all day. It's really hard for me to find blushes that last all day on my skin. Like, I actually love these. So now I'm like, I don't want to pan them, but that's only more reason to pan them, right? Because they're now favorites. So I might as well use them up before they expire. Yeah, I kind of don't want to use them up though, because I feel like I'm just going to want to repurchase some Tarte blushes. But these are going to take a while to use up probably. These have 1.5 grams each. So it's not too much. So hopefully I can make good progress in these two this year. My goal is just to hit pan in both of these. So hopefully at least that's achievable. And again, hopefully I can hit pan early enough in the year to finish them this year. We will see. And this packaging is really pretty. I really like it. My next product comes from my Hourglass Leopard palette that came out for holiday last year in 2023. And I decided to just bring in the finishing powder in Dim Light. I do have it on top of my blush and bronzer today just to blend things together, add a little bit more of a sheeniness. And it is this one right here, this first one. Can you tell that like the dome has gone down a little? Not really. I mean, I can tell that I've been using like this part a little more because I don't want to touch the other products by accident. But yeah, this is also another palette that I would love to get more use on. I have been using the bronzer as well because initially I wanted to pan this bronzer, but I ultimately decided on the Tarte one. And I do like this one as well. This one's a little darker than the Tarte one, a little more pigmented. I love these Hourglass powders. They're so pretty. They add a little sheeniness to the face, and I literally hate the sun right now. But yeah, this powder is to finish. Yes, this powder is to complete in 2025. Ignore the sunlight that's literally right here. Next is the highlighter I want to work on in 2025, and that is my Kaleidos Ray Rider. This is what it looks like. It's just a nice champagne. It is what I have on my cheeks today and my nose right there. But yeah, it's so pretty. It's so intense. It's a little glittery, and I don't mind that. My goal officially is just to hit pan, but ultimately I would love to use this up because this is a clunky highlighter. And I think it doesn't come with like that much product because I'm pretty sure Sophie Alexandra has hit pan in one of these and didn't take her too long. So hopefully it doesn't take me too long and then I can just try to use it up this year, as you guys are watching this. That is so weird. Next, I do have an eyeshadow in this project, okay? Look, hear me out. So the eyeshadow I have is my Sydney Grace Tiny Marvels palette, and the shade that I have in is the shade Web. And if you watched my Project Level Up palette in 2024, this would look familiar because I was trying to hit pan on this shade and I got nowhere close. This is gonna take a long time to hit pan, and part of me wants to try to hit pan on the shade in my Odin's Eye Little Ghost palette first that I've been trying to hit pan on from Deca Panning, and then work on this. So maybe this won't be worked on until I hit pan on that one. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But the goal for this one is to hit pan on this. I'm not even going to try to finish this shadow. Like, look how big that is. I'm good with just hitting pan. This is after I completely filmed my 2025 Project Pan intro video. But I do have one more product that I want to share with you guys. And that is a shade in my Blend Bunny Blends palette. This was initially going to be my focus palette for Panlo's eyeshadows. But at the last minute, I have a change because that packaging won't close and I want to use it before it completely dries up because it's probably going to dry up and go bad quicker than say this palette would that closes completely. But I do have a shade that I'm currently working on in here, and that is the shade Nevermore right here. It's just the black. I'm using it in my brows. I think it's pretty good in my brows. I do have very dark hair, so like especially in the winter, this would be really nice in my brows. So yeah, this is a shadow that I just wanted to share. I don't know where this is gonna go in the video. I might even cut this part out. But yeah, this is another product that I am focusing on in 2025. My next product is this ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Peach Fuzz. I chose this shade because it can be used as like an everyday type of shade, and I'm not gonna roll it all the way up because they're very prone to breaking, but I did mark it and it's right here. I have basically the whole thing left. It's barely gone down. Like there's even like the teeniest, tiniest bit coming up over the packaging. But that one is to finish as well. My next two are setting sprays. So this one's a little shaken up because again, I used it today. But this is the Charlotte Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And this is where I am now. It's a little slanted of a line. My goal is to use this up. This is not my favorite setting spray. It makes me a little dewy. I don't like being dewy. And I do have another setting spray in this project. And that is my One Size Until Dawn mattifying setting spray. I think I'm about like here-ish. You can't see through this, so I'm not even gonna mark it. But I think I'm like here-ish. I don't have too much left of this. I do use this on top of the Charlotte, and I still need to powder like all the time. I don't know, this literally smells like hairspray. It's not my favorite. I think, I want to try the regular all-nighter again. I have the mattifying version of it. But I want to try the regular all-nighter again after I complete both of these setting sprays. This one, again, is to use up. And I don't know how long that's going to take because, again, I can't see through this. I forgot my foundation. Okay. So my foundation that I want to work on is my Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop in the shade number 8. Ignore this line. This was in my Deck of Panning project pan. And ignore this top line because I am at this bottom line. This top line, I tried to mark it last night and it kind of got shaken up from me trying to mark it. But this bottom line is where I'm at. So that's where I'm starting. And again, my goal is to use this one up. And then I'll have technically 2 foundations, but only one that matches me. The rest of these products are lip products. First, I'm going to go through 2 lip liners. So the first is my Melt Lip Liner in the shade Cashmere. This was in my 2024 project pan, but I did not complete it. So it's getting rolled over into my 2025 project pan. And this is all I have left of it. Like, can you see how teeny tiny this is? I should be able to finish this within the first month and a half, 2 months. The first 2 months it should be done as long as I do my makeup. This one is to use up and should be kind of easy to use up as well. I am wearing it today underneath like 2 other lip products, but I am wearing this today. And my second lip liner is the Makeup Forever lip liner in the shade Wherever Walnut. And the only reason that this is coming into my project, because this wouldn't be my older lip liner. This is actually one of my newer ones, but this lid cracked. Can you see? And it's cracked all the way through. So air is getting into there and I just don't want this to dry out before I get all my use out of it. So this is also in to finish and hopefully I can do that within a year. Well, technically like 10 months. After I complete my Melt Cosmetics one. Next, I have 3 glosses. Hear me out. 2 of them are minis, okay? So first is this NARS Lip Shine. This NARS Afterglow Lip Shine in the shade Orgasm. I got this in a Sephora favorite set probably, I think. And I actually really enjoyed this formula. It doesn't last at all though. You apply it and it's gone within like a minute. But this is where I'm at. I'm about halfway done with this and this should be fun to use in like the spring summertime. I have a plan for all of these, okay? I have a plan. My second lip gloss is this mini Lawless Forget the Filler in the shade Nudie. So again, ignore this line. We're gonna look at this line. This is about where I'm at. It's not like fully settled or anything, but like if you look at here, like that is where it is. I don't know. It's not fully settled. That's about where I'm at. We're just gonna estimate that that's where I am. And this shouldn't take too long to use up. I have used up full sizes of Lawless Forget the Fillers and they didn't take super long, which is unfortunate because these are expensive, but will I continue to buy them? Also, yes. My third gloss that I'm gonna be working on is this Finding Ferdinand and Khaki collab in Limoncello. This is a part of the Summer Bride collection that they came out with. It was very limited. I do also have the blushes from there. But this is where I'm at right now. And again, my goal is to use this up. My goal for all of my lip products are to use them up. I'll probably repeat myself though. But yeah, so I want to use this up this year. And I just thought this would be nice on top of like a lip liner just to add a little bit of glossiness, a little sparkle. Hopefully I can use this up. Lastly, I have 3 lipsticks. Look, I might be a little ambitious with this one, okay? I tried not to be ambitious, but I'm like, I just want to pan all of these. So first I have, of course, a mini lipstick, and that is my YSL Pure Couture lipstick in the shade New Muse. I love this shade so much. It's like a nudie peachy shade. It's very pretty. It's very fragrant. So if you like scented things, do not go for these YSL lipsticks. But these are so nice. They're so creamy. They're pigmented. They feel so nice on the lips as well. And the packaging is so cute. But this one is to use up. As I said, lipsticks, lip products, all to use up. I have another bullet lipstick, and this is a full-size one. So I don't know if I will actually finish this within the year, but that is my MAC satin lipstick in the shade Mocha. And I do like the shade. It's just not my favorite because it's a little more pink than I tend to go for. I have not been swatching like anything, but see, like that's just a little more pink, but like it's still wearable, you know, like it's not like an out there type of color. So my goal for this is to use it up. We'll see if I can actually do that within the year though. My third lipstick is this Kaleidos lip clay in the shade Tundra, and it's a thicker formula, and I can see a lot of windowing in it. It looks like I'm about halfway done with it. I don't know for sure. A little bit lower than halfway. I don't know. I've had these for a while, but these are like a thicker, like, can you see that? But like it's so nice. It's a nice formula though. I really like these, and I don't know, I might repurchase them. It's kind of harder to get Kaleidos. You have to get them online, but I actually really like these. And I love the shade. Look at that. Oof. Very much a me shade. But this one is also to use up. In case you didn't get that memo that all of my lip products are to use up. There are all of my products in my 2025 project pan. Let me know if you're doing some type of project pan, whether it's a rolling project pan or a 25 in 2025 project pan, or if you're doing something similar where you're bringing in all of your products to use up. Let me know. I would love to check your video out. And with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day, a great night, whatever time it is for you. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.